Hello, everyone. Aloha. Welcome back to more Romantic Saga Re-Universe. Pardon me if I sound a little different. I made some adjustment with my setup, so hopefully it sounds okay at the least. But my goal for tonight is to run through some of the hard contents on the JP side. I haven't cleared a lot of them. And then we can go through the banners. Right now we have a Saga Soul. We also have free Emerald Beyond the six main characters, and also yeah, whatever relates to global, like the upcoming Romancing Saga 3 double banner. So we can check that out as well. I mean, with the characters that I was able to get, I have Katarina, Monica, Sarah, and Ellen. So we can check those out and then see what is their true potential. But yeah, let's wait for a couple more folks to join, and then we'll try out with Spiral 300. So at any point, just let me know, and we would stop the hard content and then go through the characters. Let me pin that message so everybody knows. Hello, Dozy. How are you? Yeah, my laptop hates me. Whenever I attempt to stream, there would always be the technical difficulty with whatever. Let me know if my voice is too loud or whatever. I made some adjustments to some of the properties, and I'm just using a kind of different setup right now. So hopefully it sounds okay at the least. Hey Kurt, how are you? Thank you for joining. Let me put that up, and then we'll start with Spiral 300. All right. Thank excuse me. Thank you, Dozy and Kurt. Um, my apologies. Unfortunately, I still sometimes run out of breath with the allergy that I had from a couple weeks ago. It's still bothering me for randomly. So at any point, sometimes I would sound like that. I I'm running out of breath. Don't worry about it. It's normal, and I'm doing something to mediate that. And I have some liquids next to me, so that would help. All right, let's check out the Spiral 300. So Spiral 300, we are battling the same enemy when we had the T260 event. And it's again another DPS battle. So I think the furthest that you can go is turn 12. Hello, Solid Snake. How are you? So the furthest that you can go is roughly turn 12, and then there's just too many attacks, and then he becomes too tanky. And so you have to try and, do damage. I've been experimenting with the different parties because I'm missing a lot of the key characters from the clears that you see from either what was that? In on Twitter from the JP folks, if you guys follow them. So okay, right now I'm gonna use the new Cordelia. I was lucky enough to get her. So she would be the source of defenses and overdrive gauge because of her skill number 2. Whenever you get hit, that you would buff yourself with, the defensive attributes, endurance, will, love, and charm. And then you also give yourself extra small overdrive gauge every time you take a resist attack. And then you also give yourself an attack boost extra large for 2 turns. So any attacks, sources of attack boost, that would help. No, you are a true fan, Dozy. One moment. I gotta fix our speaker here in the living room because whenever the TV is turned off, that it gives like a static sound. But whatever. Okay, so Cordelia, you just use skill number 2 to buff everyone, and then keep on doing skill number 3 or skill number 1. Noel would be our defensive buffer, so he would try to use skill number 3 as much as possible. It gives the party, so it's a 5 turn kind of buff. So depending on whether for that turn you did a normal attack or an overdrive attack, that you would buff the party with um, weak attack boost and then resist defense boost. So that kind of helps in a way. He's pretty cool, not emo at all. I mean, I guess because of the eyeshadow or something, he kind of looks like emo. But yeah, he's very close to the stage counterpart. You know, the recent ones we had with the whatchamacallit, with the saga stage, with the Romancing Saga Reuniverse. I guess the true finale, I would say. Let me hold on. I think I sound a little too loud, so let me lower my volume a little. Hopefully that works. Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's Noel's main purpose, and also he would be the healer for the party. Whenever he does the overdrive, the Noel that we have right now in global, the one that keeps on giving himself the seal blade sword or whatever, that skill number 3, the one that heals for small effect, that's the one he follows up whenever he does an overdrive attack. And so that's why Noel is going to be our healer as well. And again, more sources of attack boost and defense boost. Bart would be the sources for buffing on top of what Cordelia can give. So Bart, he gives this extra buffing where if you do a physical attack, if your party member does a physical attack, they would trigger the enhanced art, defense up, and then buff the party with strength, endurance, and dex for I think small effect at the start of turn. And then there's the same counterpart for spells, so there's going to be enhanced sorcery for the party as well. So whatever, depending on whether you do physical or magic type of command, that he would be the party member would have that buff, and then it would kind of add up to everybody. So the way Bert helps would be through those passive, and then he would also help with moral down medium effect with this one. So yeah, that's Bart. And then Barthélemy. So Barthélemy is the extra attack boost and defense boost, especially for Queen Joe. So Queen Joe on overdrive roughly does roughly 5 attacks, I think, or 6. So every time she attacks, she would give herself defense boost, and then whenever she gets attacked, that she would give herself an attack boost. So that's the tricky circus. So whenever the party member attacks, they would give themselves defense boost for 2 turns, medium effect, and then when they get attacked, they would give themselves attack boost, large effect for 2 turns as well, and that's pretty helpful. And also for Barthélemy, his only main role in the party is to keep on using Flame Show. The problem there is because he has Illusion Hand, which gives a guard down effect. However, this only happens whenever he is in a fast stance, which is at the start of the battle. So he can only use Illusion Hand one time, and then after that, just keep on doing Flame Show. Queen Joe is our main DPS. So I chose to inherit Flame Force. So on top of what Barthélemy gives for attack boost and defense boost, Flame Force would do its thing where any party members that's not Joe would give themselves attack boost and defense boost when one party member gets attacked. And then she would just keep on using Rising Inferno so that she can give herself extra force on weak attack and also on overdrive attack. Like what I shared in the past, this extra force is like the what do you, I forgot the English term, but rather than being part of the formula itself for the damage, you would be what you call it, like your damage is multiplied roughly I'm not sure whether it's double or something, but yeah, that's the power of extra force. And I'm surprised with the Romancing Saga 3 banner in global that they kind of pushed forward the weak point element for Khalid. So I think that would be a step, like a boost for him, for people to pull for him, but not really strong. It's different than the weak point is different than the extra force. The weak point basically is if you do the element, it would give a defense down to the target enemy. This one, it just affects the party and all the party member, just herself or himself. And then the final damage is just so much bigger. You would see I would keep on doing like 1 or 2 million damage consistently. But yeah, this is my goal. Spiral 300, hopefully to clear it on stream. And here we go. Like I mentioned, at any point, just let me know if you guys want to go through characters, and we can do that. We can go through the Saga Frontier 2 banner, the Saga Soul with Eleanor, Tyler, and Flame Tyrant, or the Fire Lord in Saga Frontier 2. Or we can check out any other future characters that you would like to see. But before we start, I would like to give a quick shout out to Toko-san and Runa-san. So Toko-san is the one who made the Ameya artwork we have on display, and also Runa-san for the unique Yumeha Pixel Art we have on display. For everyone who hasn't tried Emerald Beyond yet, this is Ameya, one of the main characters in the new upcoming Saga Emerald Beyond game. So it would be available for PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Steam, and mobile device, both iOS and Android. I wasn't paid by Squaresoft to say that, but I guess it would be a fitting introduction for Ameya, because honestly, I love Ameya's scenario in Switch. I would love to play that on the PS5. There is a graphics difference between the Switch and the PS5. And also, I think if you have a strong enough PC, that you may be able to have the same graphics as PS5. I saw some videos with Diva number 5 demo, and that looks great. But yeah, when you have the chance, just check out Toko-san and Runa-san. Toko-san does a lot of Scarlet Grace and now Emerald Beyond art. And then Runa-san randomly does a lot of icon for Twitter for random folks. The pixel Arado you saw to the right, Runa-san actually made that as well for me, so I'm very thankful for her. Okay, so the start of battle that everyone is on full overdrive, that's because of Noel. I would like to use skill number 3 for Bart, because for skill number 3, he would be able to do both physical and magic action, and that would trigger his passive already for him. For Bart, rather than doing Illusion Hand, because I wouldn't be able to benefit that greatly, I would rather have him do physical attack. So physical attack or normal attack. Normal attack would be considered as physical attack, and then everything else for Bart is a spell. So I would do physical attack now, and then just have him... Sorry. I think I'm being kidnapped over the air or something. I don't know. I hear airplane. Sorry about that noise. That was super close. Okay, so yeah, that airplane is super close. I can see it through my window. Okay, sorry about that distraction. So Barthélemy, I'm gonna do normal attack and then flame show afterwards. That's the goal. And then for Joe, I won't use overdrive just yet. Or actually, I can. It should be fun, right? No, I won't use that, and then I'll do flame force so that everybody benefits from that immediately. And so turn 1 is basically a lot of preparation. And then with, as I mentioned before, excuse me, the new characters are have like an updated version of resistance where they have like 90 resistance for their primary element. And so because of that, we are able to gear out everybody with all element resistance. So everybody is actually at least 35 resistance to all element. And then yeah, right now in JP, a lot of the upcoming battles are DPS or kind of time bound DPS battle. So the rear focus, it has been very useful for a lot of folks. But if this fails, I can go on the overdrive formation and then try again. This formation just allows me to protect Bart, because with the overdrive formation, there is no higher aggro position that Barthélemy sometimes gets focus attack and then he just melts. Okay. Let's do Moral Down and then Flame Show all the way. And then we'll do Rising Inferno. So for Joe, she would use Rising Inferno. And then because Rising Inferno is dark and heat element, and then because the enemy is weak against dark element, it would trigger a weak attack. And so that would allow her to trigger her abilities for the follow-ups, both for doing an attack and on overdrive. So she would do Rising Inferno, and then she would follow up with Burning Dark for doing heat element. She would follow up with Dominant Blaze for doing a dark element. And then on overdrive, she would follow up with Checkmate for doing a heat element overdrive, Spirit Blaze, so you know the skill number 3 from Esper Girl, and then dark element with Twilight Fall, this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 the command, so 6 attacks in total. And that's why with Barthélemy, she becomes a way tanky because of all the defense boost she gets with all 6 attacks. And then yeah, I can hear some folks saying that why didn't you put Bertrand at the back, because he would do more damage. And like I said, my main goal in this party is to protect Barthélemy because he's the squishiest of them all. And then sorry, I saw some messages I haven't read, sorry. So Solid Snake, I remember there was some talk on one of Cher's live stream recently that some newer styles do not need inheritance as much as older style. Yes, that is correct, Solid Snake. So like right now, Cordelia is pretty standalone. You just have her focus on doing the overdrive duty and she's good to go. For Noelle, probably our skill number 3 from the latest style we have is pretty good to inherit for this Noelle, but in JP he's pretty standalone. And same goes for Bertrand. So Bertrand, you just want him to focus on moral down duty and maybe some dark judgment, but that's it. Not really inheritance. For Barthélemy, I have him focus on overdrive, so that's why he just does flame show. Joe, she doesn't really need flame force, but you know, extra attack boost and defense boost is like always welcome. So I chose to inherit flame force. But a lot of the newer units actually are pretty complete on their release, so you don't really need much of the older units. There's some, I would think, but very rare that I saw a recent character that needed that. I would think right now, because of the Saga Soul Eleanor, that you might want the first Eleanor for the Soul Song. Other than that, it's really extra fluff that she can do for the party, and she would be more focused on what she needed to do. So it depends on preferences really. Solid Snake for that. Right now I would say majority of the characters being released are complete as they are. And then actually playing Switch version for Ameya. Yeah, it's so cute, right, Kurt, with all the cat collection. When you have the chance, check out my Twitter. I retweeted one of the art from Fuju-san. So Fuju-san does a lot of like short comics about Ameya's adventure, and it's so cute. Like the different cat weapons that she gets, and also like meeting up with Tsunanori and then asking, "Is there any cats here by any chance?" kind of thing. It's so cute. Yeah, so Dozy, there is an actual overdrive formation. It's kind of like a straight line, but not really. And then at the end of turn, you get a small overdrive gauge for everyone. Um, there's also a new one where there's one party slot where there's a high aggro for that slot. So if you have a tank with you or a pseudo tank, like how I'm doing Joe, then I think that formation would work really well. So I can show you later. OD is getting more and more prevalent even on global. Part of why I stopped messing around on auto. Yeah, overdrive. That's where they chose. That's the direction they chose to add extra stuff to it. So yeah, JoJo vibes from this part. Let me see. I don't know, to be honest. Maybe because of the outfit. I haven't watched JoJo, so I can't really comment on the characters. Okay, flame show, and then icicle, icicle dark. So before having Cordelia, I had Wagnus in there. So Wagnus would be the tank, and then would be, taunting and then countering with rising flame, and what was the other one? Javelin plus. But because with that formation or with Wagnus, I'm missing some turns where Barthélemy is not on full overdrive, and as a result, we are missing some BP for the best damage possible. So I chose to bring Cordelia instead for more overdrive instead, and uses Bart as a pseudo tank, and then just pile up the defense boost and attack boost. Okay, so hopefully, excuse me, the enemy would target either Joe or Barthélemy. That's all I can wish for. I mean, Cordelia is okay too, but the ideal one would be Joe or Barthélemy. No. Who are you talking about, Dozy? Is it Barthélemy or Bertrand? Ah, no. But yeah, the artwork kind of gives me some JoJo vibes, like what you said. I agree with that. 4.8 million easy. But yeah, without book one, I'm not doing enough damage. So yeah, I'm not confident with this party. Because turn four, we are just what 30% in damage or 25%. So we are not gonna make it because every 2 turns I think is the defense up. So the longer the battle goes, that the harder the defenses are. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I love the different memes that the JoJo anime has produced, or at least being utilized by people. So I really wanted to see where the where the meme came from. Okay, so shade cut, flame show. Yeah. The problem with this party is if I kick out Bart for say Book One or Ameya, I would be missing a lot of BP. So Joe wouldn't be doing as much damage as she's doing now. But I don't know if that's a good trade-off where Joe would be having better damage overall. Did you see the translation, Dozy, for Shugnas? So Shugnas beaten Leonid in the vampire game. So he almost doesn't use any BP, but rather uses LP instead. And then the way he gets LP is doing a skill that damages the party with 10% HP. Yeah. And then there is an event page for Saga Emerald Beyond in JP right now. I won't be translating what the story is about. It's a little cute in a way. So I wanted to keep it like that where people would just, look forward to it. Because it's really something cute. And I feel that Global needs to have the first hand experience for that. Okay, so turn six. Turn six is when our BP gets depleted. I don't know. That's the one of the gimmick of this battle. So I gotta not do overdrive for Bart, so that next turn he would be able to do BP plus 3, so that it doesn't go to waste. And then everybody else just uses as much BP as they can, because it's gonna go to 0, and then everybody would start the following turn with BP plus 3. We are in the halfway mark, and so far, I have been winning the 50-50 with Spirit Blaze. 2,000 damage with Barthélemy. That's how. Stop, 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 stop. But Cordelia dies. This is what I don't like with this battle, that he loves to focus fire on one character. Yeah, life drain sword. So let me do this. Let me switch to the overdrive formation. I'll kick out Barthélemy, and then I'll replace him with Book 1. So that doesn't look like an airplane. It looks like they're trying to look for somebody in a helicopter, because that's too close to me, and it's the same helicopter from earlier. I gotta check the news later, because if they're looking around where I can see the helicopter, it's probably within the area, or somebody hiked the trail close to me, and I'm not sure whether that person got reported as lost. So we'll see. Sorry about that. Let me see. Let's do Ameya. It's okay. Wait, I'm not sure if I can do Ameya actually. Because I'm lacking on a lot of gears. I will see. What is this one? Heat, cold, and sun. Yeah, this is the problem with switching out the equipment. I mean, I can wish that Ameya doesn't get the, what was that? The tiger break. So hopefully she doesn't get targeted by it. Okay, let's try. No, not this. I need the guard ring. Where's guard ring? Yeah. So if Ameya gets targeted by tiger break, she'd die immediately. So the reason why I love Ameya is because she is a magician's BFF. She gives a lot of magic damage up and also enhanced sorcery. So pretty useful, I would say. This. Let's buff Joe. Then Flame Force. So after using the buff from Ameya, she would just go and use up skill number 3 and that's it. Skill number 1 or skill number 3, depending on the BP condition. But like I said, the problem with this party is having not having enough BP for the party. So I'm not sure whether we're gonna be okay. But, you know, no harm, no done, right? If we don't try, we won't know. Yeah, no drawback. Oh, there's still a problem, Solid Snake. If I show you the 7 heroes battle, it's filled with ailments. And you can't just normally debuff them. Because when you debuff them, you do like an action, right? An attack or a spell. Sorry, yeah, an attack or a spell. So after your attack or spell lands, the debuff would be cleansed. So yeah, that's the situation right now. I mean, 7 heroes right now is just like a walk in the park for a lot of JP folks. I haven't tried it myself again, but after that, the unknown enemy that we tried last stream, that's still a problem for a lot of folks. Like nobody has beaten romancing on romancing difficulty. The best that they have reached is times 1 HP. Yep, as long as Ameya doesn't get targeted by Tiger Break, we should be good, I think. And she gets targeted by Tiger Break. uh, they are... It's a mixed feedback, Kurt. So a lot of them enjoy the content, but there's also some people who are annoyed by the hard content where it's really out of whack with what the current capability is, even if you have all the characters available. Like the unknown enemy. So they put in that battle and then nobody has beaten romancing just yet. And then after that, they released a banner that say, oh, these are some of the folks that may help you with that battle. And then people pulled for it. Some folks actually just spread information about it. They didn't really check. And so as a result, a lot of them were disappointed that you told us that they were gonna be helpful, but they weren't really as helpful as how they were marketed as. So there were some backlash like that. But overall, it's a balance of people wanting the hard content and also people not just playing casual at this point and just enjoying the game with their favorite characters and so on. Yeah, that's the state of the game right now. Like there are some folks talking about, it has been very repetitive with Romancing Saga, and it is correct that it's the same thing. You give us an overtuned battle or like a super high HP enemy just so you can sell some of the stronger characters. But at the end of the day, it's still the same Romancing Saga game. And so, yeah, that's what some people are saying. Okay, shade cut. We'll do attack and this. So I had Ameya at normal attack, like what I said, because of the passive from Bertrand. But yeah, I'm definitely not doing enough damage. As much as I wanted to showcase Ameya, I might have to change her out for book 1 because book 1 gives BP plus 10 to Joe, so that allows her to keep on spamming skill number 3 or skill number 2 rather. And the more that Joe can spam that, the more damage overall that she does. Cordelia got attacked, so dead Cordelia. Okay, let's do book 1 and then do the rear guard focus again. So this time I'm gonna have Cordelia. Wait, Cordelia needs to be. No, this is fine. We'll put Cordelia at the back and then all the tanky folks in front. Because book 1, after spamming the dominate puppet, a lot of times that he would become really tanky. Okay, so we need. What do we need? We need Pierce, Heat, Cold, and Sun. Pierce, Heat, Cold, and Sun. I think it's this one. Now, see, this is the problem that I gotta reshuffle. But I think I have a prepared party for this. So I can... Yeah, it's this one. But rather than Cordy in front, we're gonna put her at the back. And then all the tanky folks in front. Yeah, it's a puzzle right now in switching out your gears so that everybody would have at least a 35 resistance to all element. So yeah. Okay, let's try it again. So this time, even if we don't have Barthélemy giving the BP plus 3, we would have like BP plus 10 at least focused on Joe, and then hopefully every turn that she would be on overdrive. If that's the case, then I think that should help with the damage. I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns with this strategy. $240. What is $240 again? Oh, Kazinsi. Kazinsi, you can cheese the battle with debuffs and defense boost, but you gotta balance with damage because of, I think after turn 15, he would start using Soul Eater. Soul Drain rather. So you gotta finish the battle by then. But with the upcoming Monica, that battle's gonna be piece of cake with having the correct DPS with you. Oh, that's scary. Eleanor, Tyler, and the Fire Lord or Flame Tyrant. Okay, so book one would be doing this, and then Joe keep on using skill number 2. See, immediately 1 million damage. Book one's attack boost is just so strong. 3 hits. Nope. Look at how tanky book one is. Okay, perfect. You just need to be on overdrive every time, Joe. That's what we need from you. Okay. Dominate String, skill number 3, and Rising Inferno. So all the buffs that you see, I'm so sorry. The helicopter is back. Yeah, it's a SaGa Soul. It's to celebrate the 3-year anniversary of SaGa Soul. So we got a free ticket out of it. You have a free multi in the Eleanor banner. So you can actually get the on-banner character. I was very, very lucky and thankful that I got Eleanor. Although the one I truly want there is, of course, Tyler. So in a nutshell, Tyler is a remembrance beast for Axe. He would have a lot of attack boost or increased damage for Axe element. So yeah, that's basically what his main purpose is in there. And then Eleanor is a lot of debuffing. You would want her to keep on having the follow-up for Flame Hammer Plus. That's basically it. And then she has a lot of self-buffing capability for attack and defense boost. And then for Flame Tyrant, it is more into the damage because it would follow up with a lot of Kilonova Plus. So we can take a look later. Gonna smack this. I mean the heal link, I think, right? It's very RNG based, but if it goes in clutch, it's really helpful. Okay, we're hitting the 3 million mark for Joe. 3 hits. Thank you. That's almost like close to 6 million damage. No, Noel, you gotta dodge. Thank you. More dodging. Oh yeah. You know what's gonna be funny? But I can't do that on stream. I can use the Thunder Whip Dad on this. Because you saw how much damage that whatchamacallit, how much attacks rather the boss is doing. So with all those attack, Dad would be able to pile up all those Thunder Whip, and then he would just go Thunder Whip, Thunder Whip, Thunder Whip, Thunder Whip, so many Thunder Whips. And that was a funny clear. I saw that clear on Twitter, and because we have a select ticket right now, I can pick Dad actually, but he's not leveled. That's a problem. But yeah, maybe I'll save it for the next stream. If I haven't finished this yet, I'll level Dad as well on the background. I know. No, not spanking. A lot of whipping. We're kind of behind with damage, but hopefully we can make it up the following turn. Hey, come on, Joe. Full overdrive. Thank you. Okay, let's use up our BP because it's gonna be drained the following turn. Let's do attack. It's fine. And then this, and then this. So it's not Joe, it's Book One. So when Book One does that, Book One gives so much buff to the target. So I think he would give the target weak attack boost, defense boost, resist defense boost, and then overdrive gauge. And then he would get some buffs himself too, like overdrive gauge and so on. So much buff. I'll run through it later on the following turn. I can show you the abilities and the skill because it kind of ties up together. Don't attack Cordelia, please. Or Bertrand. Come on, no, not Bertrand. No. Book One is in the high aggro spot, and yet Book One didn't get any damage as much. Okay, so Bertrand Shade Cut. We're gonna do overdrive because we need to heal. So this is the skill. It's the dominate string. So it's a fast and then it's a single target buff. You would give the target attack boost with extreme effect, and then weak attack boost with also extreme effect for 4 turns, defense boost, and then you give the target full overdrive gauge for 2 turns. at the end of turn. So at the end of 2 turns, that target would have full overdrive gauge. And then when Bokwon uses that skill to whoever, the target would also get a turn end BP plus 10 for 1 turn. That's why Joe kept on getting BP plus 10. The target would get an extra attack boost, extra large, an extra weak attack boost, extreme effect, and then you buff the target with strength, dex, agility, and intelligence, extreme effect. Extreme effect. And then Bokwon would get some buffs as well. He would get a defense boost, extra large effect, 2 turns, guard up, large effect, 2 turns, buff self with the defensive attributes, extreme effect, and then buff self with full overdrive gauge for 1 turn at the end of turn. So yeah, even though it's just one skill, that's where Bokwon would shine a lot. So really, really helpful. It wasn't really explained, or at least from my end, it wasn't really explained in the event. I think it was more for folks who were able to attend the event. The Romancing Saga Reuniverse stage event. Because I remember in the pictures on Twitter, there was an artist for Joe, and then there's also someone that I didn't recognize. And then when Queen Joe got released, Book One is dead. When Queen Joe got released, that was actually Queen Joe. So as far as transitioning to Queen Joe, I have no idea what happened. So the new dad style, Kurt, is a little different because the new dad style, you want your party members to be attacked. And so dad would be more on the rear guard side and, just keep on piling those Thunder Whip. And then at the end, that's when he would unleash the Thunder Whip. So, yeah. As far as tanking goes, I don't think dad is tanking anymore, but rather being stealth. So you would want, I think his niche is having the party members be attacked and be attacked, and he would charge up on that. So let me read just to be sure. I haven't gotten dad in JP and in global as well. Select ticket. Where is it? So up until 2023 banners, we are able to get them. So I can get Mass Dad. But this would be very, very short term if I get him because it's only for... Well, I can use him in Remembrance, really useful. But the other thing too is I need a counter for guns. Well, I think I have Toji and JP, so I should be good. Yeah, maybe Mass Dad is the best option. But yeah, you guys know all these characters already, so I don't need to go through them. Oh, there's also SaGa Monica that we didn't have. We have George, the minstrel song Monica, and also Haro in the English version, and Ronin in the Japanese version. It's this one right here, the SaGa for Monica, George, and Taro. And then I think the other one is Patrick. Yeah. So SaGa Marina, SaGa Marina, Patrick, and Adele. So for those that, in the first book that we got the SS weapon, this is Adele from Unlimited Saga. His niche is to always go on overdrive, and then he would follow up with the Unsheath skill from Rufus. So basically dealing really strong slash damage. Marina is just, fan favorite. Nothing really special other than healing for spear, but we have Mama on that, so no problem. Toji is another gun counter. The other gun counter would be human male. So if you don't have those, then you don't have a chance against what was that? The Megalith dragon in Remembrance. Speaking of which, I haven't cleared anything, just so you guys know. I'm super lacking. I'm very, 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 very casual now in JP and in Global. Anyway, so I think I'll get Dad. I would think so. Kinda in a way that he kinda looks like human male with the headband, and also, you know, the way the event was unfolded, was introduced rather in Global with the Emperor Saga. Anyway, I'll rip the band-aid off and I'll get Dad. Yeah, I don't think I leveled him, so I gotta put him in here. And for all of you who have not started doing it just yet, you probably might want to do the whatchamacallit, the Hardy event, because even now in JP, that's where I level. I don't care for new pages on free quest. I just do that and leave the game. Where is it? Okay, let's do Masdan. Let's do Shugnas. Bonnie. Diva. It's fine. It's gonna add up the seconds, and then Gustav. It's fine. So for those people that are in Share's Discord, I translated the thing, the capabilities for the Emerald Beyond free characters, but I can go through them real quick if you haven't seen my community post. But basically, Tsunanori is the Lisa Sagaso Lisa Light, because he got the weak stinger, and also that would allow him to give the weak defense down, and also what was that, weak defense down and moral down. And then with his Kugutsu, he would be following up with some skills which has stun ailment to it. That's about it basically for Tsunanori. He has AoE heal and AoE BP plus, I think AoE BP plus 1. But yeah, that's Tsunanori. Diva number 5 is buffer and debuffer. So her only debuffer capability is the dark flowing slash plus, and then she is mostly on buffing duty. So her skill number 2 is live power. So what that does is at turn start, it would enable the party to buff themselves with all attribute, and then at the end of the battle, they would be cleansed with debuffs from all attributes as well. So that's basically live power. And then she also has Payan of, I forgot, the latest mama we have right now in Global, that Payan. So she has that too. So that's Diva number 5. For who else? Excuse me. So we did Diva number 5. We have Tsunanori. So Ameya, like I said, is a magic attack buffer. So she would give enhanced sorcery to everyone 5 times per battle. She would give attack boost all the time, large effect for 1 turn at turn starts. She would always follow up with relief zone whenever she does an attack. She would also give defense boost to everyone at turn start. And then the enhanced magic plus. So she would give a target more enhanced sorcery and also magic up 4 times. So magic up is basically extra enhanced sorcery again. So much attack that magic attack that she gives to a party member or to the entire party. And then we have Shugnas. Like I said earlier, he kind of operates like a vampire. All of his skills don't have BP, and then it would cost LP instead. So for skill number 1, its defense now is Shade Cut. Skill number 2, this is the skill where he would damage the party with 10% HP. He would give himself attack boost, and also he would give himself LP plus 3. And so he would be able to use Bloody Strike. So Bloody Strike always uses LP 2 LP and then 0 BP. So Bloody Strike is single target and debuff strength and willpower. And then when he does an attack, he would always follow up with Bloody Rage plus. And then some more attacks from here. And then Bonnie and Formina. So Bonnie is the long-awaited counter martial arts, because there's not much counter martial arts. And Bonnie, by default, would have counter with Thunder Kick plus, so this one. And then if she gets the Synchro Step B, then she would also do an extra Thunder Kick plus counter, so double Thunder Kick plus whenever she gets a direct attack. That's basically it on how Bonnie operates. Everything else is for herself buffing with attack boost and defense up. For Formina, she is a really strong gun DPS. She keeps on stacking this Gutling cutter. So it's an SS attack, and then she would do it 3 times per turn. If you use Gutling cutter, she would follow up with 2 times of that for that turn. And then if she uses Synchro Step F, she can give the target with this one, and then she would give herself an extra of her passive, where whenever she does an attack, she would buff herself with Dex and attack boost. So she already has that by default, so it would be a double passive for her. And yeah, a lot of damage from Formina. Basically, kind of like a free Liam in a way. She delivers really good damage, I would say. And lastly, I think that's all. 6 of them. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And then for the current banner, we have, like I said, SaGa Re Eleanor, and then there's Tyler and Flame Tyrant. Earlier I mentioned that Tyler is Remembrance Focus. Use his ability. The first one, it gives Weapon Enhanced Axe. And then there's something about Axe where if your party member or anybody that has that buff, whenever they attack with an axe weapon, they would give themselves BP plus 3, self extra small heal, self attack boost, self defense boost. So really it's Remembrance. And then on Overdrive, he would follow up with I forgot this skill from Darius, where it's an AoE skill and then it gives a strength buff to everybody, and then Spinning Axe. So it would debuff willpower and stun. And then more weapon enhanced axe over here. So like I said, he's more focused on being an axe specialist with axe party members. And then lastly is to kind of seal the deal that he is for Remembrance is Super Scrum Guard. Yes, Savage Slash. Thank you, Dozy. So Super Scrum Guard is it increases it mitigates damage for himself, and then if everyone is alive, mitigate damage large effect, and then increase damage medium effect. So, and then he also has healing now with skill number 3 with 2 times extra small heal to the party. That's basically it for Tyler. Like I said, Remembrance, really good. And then Eleanor, she would want to keep on following up, keep on using skill number 3, so that she would buff herself with follow up with Flame Hammer plus. So as we all know, Flame Hammer plus is strength and intelligence debuffing. And then other than that, she has some buffing to herself and to the party with defense up, a temporary HP heal for 5 turns, and then guard up temporary as well for 2 turns, because she can only use this skill once per battle. And then heal fire, which is extra small heal to everyone. So Eleanor is just Flame Hammer bot, kind of like Summer Summer Orlet. And then lastly, Flame Tyrant. No, not Flame Tyrant. I'm so sorry. That's Minstrel Song. So the Flame Lord from Saga Frontier 2. So his whatchamacallit, his niche is to keep on stacking those Kilonova. So at battle starts he would already have dual cast Kilonova plus, and then at turn starts he would keep on stacking those Kilonova. So at the maximum he would have 3 follow-ups of Kilonova by turn 3. And then he would also have this for the party, which is for heat element, and also attack down to the party. Sorry, this one is for the enemy, and then this one is for the enemy as well. The 10 times one is if the enemy is inflicted with heat element, they would debuff themselves with defense down, not the permanent one. Small effect 2 turns, and then they would self debuff themselves with strength and willpower, and it would take effect 10 times per battle, and it takes effect for all enemies. And then the second effect is attack down to the enemies as well, medium effect for 1 turn. And then when he does an attack type of command, he would follow up with skill number 3, which is Meteor Quasar. It's an AoE, heat, and blunt, and then it would debuff the target with strength, intelligence, and will, large effect. No chances. So yeah, that's a Flame Tyrant. He also has intrinsic, by the way. Not Flame Tyrant, I'm so sorry. Flame Lord from Saga Frontier 2. So sorry about that. And then we have the Saga Frontier 2 banner with Gustav, Cordelia, Will, and Johan. So the pick of the banner is Will and Gustav. So Gustav has some buffing for the party with heat up and this. So what this one does is when they take damage, mitigate damage, and also mitigate further damage if it's a magic attack. So, you know, kind of like in the lore in Saga Frontier 2 for Gustav. And then an attack boost for slash and blunt element. So, for herself. Where he shines is the, you know, mitigate the damage for the elemental attacks. Again, going back to the lore of Saga Frontier 2 with the Iron Blade. So, that's why Gustav is pretty good overall. And then Cordelia, we already saw overdrive and buffing defensive to the party and attack boost. And then Johan has the weak point slash, I think. Yeah, weak point slash defense weaken. So kind of like Khalid with Thunder, but this one is slash element. And then yeah, Johan is all about the defense down, but for specific element. So more likely he's gonna be on remembrance duty. He has intrinsic though. You know me, I love my intrinsic. And then Will is also pretty good for DPS. So triple flame plus, this one is it gives the party this buff wherein if they do a heat element attack, that they would give themselves BP plus 1. I think it's only, yeah, it doesn't have any limit. So if you have parties like Joe or Emerald or who was that? Eleanor, that they would be able to benefit from it. And then this one is random 3 hits and then heat attack boost to self, medium effect for 2 turns. So yeah, Will is pretty good support DPS. He still kept his his scrum guard, but now super scrum guard. And then this one, when he does an attack, he would follow up with skill number 3, which is the heat attack boost. So that's how they improve. Yeah, not so much about Ruby, I would say, because Ruby is very outdated where the game is at now. I would say Ruby would be helpful as a support if you bring her for that reason, but if you want to bring her for wanting to have a good DPS, then probably Ruby wouldn't be able to deliver that much. But anybody with heat element would be able to benefit from it. The new Ruby, which would be coming soon in global, would be in the Romancing Saga 2 banner, which is Emerald. The Court Mage Emerald. Okay, the other banner is Footballer Misty. I'm making fun of that because that's what Emojiro-san did. The meme that he used, Misty, this art is like in a football field. So Misty the footballer. And then, so Misty, Genie, Gustav, and Rich. So Misty is my target for this one, and I'm fortunate to have her because she would have the buffing capability to that I missed with Real Queen. So it's this one right here, I think. No, not that one. Let me see. Oh, I misread it. I'm so sorry. Anyway, let's go through it. Skill number 1 is Shade Soul, single target, strength and intelligence debuffing. Skill number 2 is Falling Comet. You can only use it one time per battle. It's AoE and moral down large effect for 3 turns, and then the attack down extra large effect for 3 turns, kind of like a panic button in a way. And then Soul Asteroid. So Soul Asteroid is a fast single target, and then when the attack lands, the target enemy would be debuffed with strength and intelligence, medium effect, and then she would give everyone with this the Wicked Aura 2 times. So Wicked Aura is whenever you get attacked, the enemy would debuff them. So I didn't read it wrong. I'm so sorry. So your party members would get the Wicked Aura 2 times. So the Wicked Aura 2 times is whenever your party member gets attacked, your enemy's AoE would be debuffed with strength and intelligence, and also they would buff themselves. Your party members would buff themselves with strength and intelligence, medium effect, and attack boost, large effect for 2 turns. So I didn't misread it. That she has some debuffing capability she can help the party with. That's the main gist why you would want to have the recent Real Queen banner. But I wasn't fortunate. I got a lot of Joe dupe. I was close to pity, but I didn't have enough jewels to pity. I can't do the swipe on JP because of region lock with Google Play. I haven't done the workaround just yet, and I might get banned from it for Google Play. So I'm just playing it F2P at this point with JP. Okay. So everybody would get Wicked Aura 2 times at battle start, and then heat up to self BP plus 3, and self intelligence up. Whenever she does an attack type of command, she would follow up with Nocturne plus. So the plus is there's an additional intelligence debuff to it. So Nocturne initially was just strength and agility, so they added the intelligence debuff to it. So Nocturne plus, and then on Overdrive she would follow up with skill number 3, which is super awesome. So yeah, Misty is pretty good. No more HP penalty with the I forgot the name from the first Misty SS style. Okay, Rich. So Rich, I think, is a DPS support from what I remember. So first one is self guard up small effect, and self heal extra small effect. This one is attack boost small effect for 2 turns, single target. Skill number 3, you would do 2 attacks. The first one is a random 2 hits, and then the second one is a random 2 hits as well. So, oh, they're the same skill. I'm so sorry. But yeah, random 2 hits, so 4 hits in total for 10 BP. So the reason for that is in his ability. So first ability, everybody mitigates damage with extra large effect. You know, that's always welcome. Turn starts, you give everyone this and this. So this one, whenever your party member does a slash element attack, they would give themselves heal, BP plus 2, and buffing with endurance and will 2 times per turn. And then this one is heat element. When they do a heat element attack, they would give themselves attack boost and heat attack boost. And that's why Rich is doing 4 attacks, so that well, he doesn't need to do 4 attacks, but because of the 2 attacks that he does, that he would be able to buff himself a lot of the BP and HP. Basically being able to cast skill number 3 over and over, I would think. And then when he does skill number 1, he would follow up with that random 2 hits E damage. If he does skill number 2, he would follow up with the random 2 hits damage. If he does skill number 3, he would follow up with 2 more of the 2 times random hits, so 8 hits in total. Waterlord in shambles with Spiral 230 with that. I know, right? Super Saiyan Rich. And also, you know, Dozy, Solid Snake would use this as a meme. Handsome Rich. Okay, so ability. Ability number 2. Whenever he does an attack, everybody gets a defense boost. And this is why you want him to do a lot of attacks, because of the defense boost he gives to the party. Hey Rydia, how are you? I've been good. I've been on and off with my with my allergy and the infection that I had from 2 weeks ago. So sometimes I would run out of breath and I would cough off mic, or I have a husky voice. I don't know what it's called in English, but my voice is a little rough right now because of that infection / allergy. So hope I still sound okay at the least. Yay! Good job with Spiral Corridor. Don't rush on that, Rydia, so that you don't stress yourself. Just have fun with the game. The more new characters that gets released in Global, the more that the earlier floors gets easier clears. Hey Hokuto Master, how are you? Sorry I missed you. I missed your message. No, sorry you got Genie. I got whatchamacallit. I got someone here off banner. I forgot who it was. But I really wanted whatchamacallit. Misty, and I got Misty. And I prior to Misty I got Gustav as well, which is column, row, and single target. So that column and row, even though farming has been almost non-existent in free quest because of the Hardy event page, that it became a remembrance mechanic. So the latest remembrance mechanic right now wants you to have a column DPS as much as possible, but it's not really required. But you have, I think, the same mechanic where there's 10 turns that you have to finish the battle, or else they would go unga bunga with you. Alright, so continuing on with Rich. Like I said, every attack he would give defense boost to the party. So if he uses skill number 3, he would do 8 attacks, and so that would be 8 defense boost, small effect for 1 turn to the party. And then whenever he does a skill, so I didn't see, 1 is a skill, 1 is a spell. Okay, that makes sense. So if he does a skill attack, he would give everyone skill attack / attack boost, large effect for 2 turns. So he would be able to give 4 of that per turn if he uses skill number 3. If he does a magic attack, he would give heat attack boost to the party, large effect for 2 turns. Again, 4 of that for skill number 3 itself. Of course, Hokuto Master, I have like what, 13k jewels. They are ready to get Katarina, Monica, Ellen, and Khalid. Wishful thinking. And then skill number 3 is the new like tension kind of ability that it's increased damage with super extreme, which is 40%, and then mitigate damage with 30%. Right, Dozy? I mean, what? I wanted 4 characters, so that's like 1,200 jewels, right? 300 jewels per single draw. You get the character you want, and then you just do 4 draws and done, right? That's 4 characters. 1200 jewels. Anyway, but yeah, Hokuto Master, I'm excited for Katarina and Monica. And then maybe if I got both of them, I would go for Ellen and Khalid. And then after that, that would be Julian. All right, Genie. So Genie became support. So she has healing finally, Earth Heal Plus. So Earth Heal Plus added the turn ends HP recovery extra small for 5 turns. And then the first one is protect protect hit. So it's a guard up small effect for everyone for 1 turn. And then I don't know what this is. Happy on Monte. Happy on Monte. I might be mispronouncing a word or probably, demolishing the pronunciation. So my apologies on that. It's a fast single target blunt. And then it gives a defense boost and attack boost to the party. Defense boost is guaranteed. Attack boost is at a 50% chance. And then there's so much text. Okay, let me repeat that. Skill number 3 is a fast single target blunt. So she gives defense boost to the party. Medium effect 2 turns. No chances, so 100%. Attack boost is at 50%, so 50% for 2 turns. If you're successful with the 50%, you would then have a 30. You would be able to buff the party with strength, agility, love, and charm with large effect. And then there's also an extra small heal to the party at a 37% chance. So basically, the defense boost is guaranteed. The attack boost is 50%. If you're successful with attack boost, you also buff the party with this. And then there's another role for the AoE healing. Small effect, not extra small, for 37% chance. So Genie is a lot of support. For ability, battle starts, element enhance, blunt. So that would be helpful in remembrance, and also if you have other blunt party members, like Gustav. And then turn starts, BP plus 2 to self, and then Digger something. So whenever you give that buff to the party, it's a one-time trigger for Digger something. When they do a blunt element attack, they would heal themselves extra small heal, and then give everyone defense boost, small effect for 1 turn. This is why I wanted Genie, because there's so much support that she gives. And then when she does a healing type of action, she would give everyone defense boost, large effect for 2 turns, and then the target party member that was healed, that target party member would have nullified damage indirect, I think. Hold on. Yeah, indirect. So it's an indirect element nullification, 100% damage cut for 1 turn only. And then Super Scrum Guard, we already know. And then last one is increased damage 20%. And then self-defense up, large effect 5 times. That's Genie. And lastly, Gustav. So Gustav is all about damage, single target, column, row. That's it. And sorry, Silsey. I know Silsey, that's Silsey's homie, Gustav. And then he has a lot of weak attack boost for everybody at round start. So battle starts, he would give himself BP plus 10, so basically BP 20. And then he would give himself BP cost reduction, 10 reduction for 2 turns. And then round starts, he would give everyone weak attack boost, extreme effect for 10 turns. And then another one, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weak attack boosts at round start. And then all of those would have turn 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 turn duration accordingly. And all of them are extreme effect. It's easy, Dozy. It's the same thing. And then ability number 2, battle starts, give himself this, which doesn't have a turn limit. and then give everyone else increase BP cap by 10 for 5 turns. And then give everyone BP plus 5. Wow, that's pretty good. But again, it's short-lived because it's just 5 turns. So what this one does is a turn starts, the following would be triggered 3 times. So the next 3 turns. Everybody would have attack boost extreme effect for 1 turn. Everybody would be buffed with strength, dex, agility, and intelligence for extra large effect. And then his ability number 3, increased damage 20%, weak damage, increased damage further with 40%, and then mitigate damage 30%. Yeah, that's correct, Kurt. Yeah, that's Gustav. So more, I would think the best application for Gustav would be on Remembrance, because the effect of the weak attack boost that he has is on a round start basis rather than a turn start. So if he goes on a 2 round on a free quest, for example, he would lose all of these. So that's one of the problem. Unlike for this one where it's a battle start, so he would be able to carry these over to the next round. So, oh wait. Never mind what I said. So much to consider. Battle start, round start, turn start. So he would be okay with round start because round 1, right, for the first battle, and then round 2 for the second battle. So it's a round start kind of thing. My bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to tarnish your homie, Silsey. I'm so sorry. Anyway, so that's Saga Frontier 2. Let me show. I think I still have the party for Spiral 250. I can show that real quick before I end my stream. Sorry, my throat is kind of hurting right now, so I had to stop. But let me do 250, and I'll give a brief preview of how Monica is utilized at the least. Real quick, the reason why I wanted Monica is for the BP cost and BP cost reduction and the attack boost and defense boost. Oh, thank you, Dozy. Yeah, I'm not gonna force myself. That's why I'm gonna finish Spiral 250 demo with Monica and then end the stream from there. I was hoping to do more, but yeah, I can save it for next time. And yeah, thank you, Dozy, for stopping by. Hopefully we can battle again for Tekken before I run out of PS Plus membership. Have a good night. Okay, so let's do 250 before I end my stream. So 250 is robot. I have a video for this, but basically you can't do any debuffing for robot, and that's how they're trying to sell Monica and Katarina. So Katarina, she does a lot of mitigation for the party with skill number 3, and also the weak defense boost for the weak defenses rather for the party in general. So, and I think, was it you, Kurt, who asked whether Katarina needed inherit for this upcoming Katarina? And my answer would be yes, not necessary, but it would be very helpful, which is the skill number 3 from the SaGa style, the short sword style, because that would add more physical mitigation to the party, if the battle calls for a physical mitigation. So that's extra defenses that Katarina would be able to deliver. Yeah, I forgot. I'm so sorry. I was busy today. I thought I saw that in the middle of the day and responded. But yeah, that's the reason why. And then Monica, the reason you want her to be on a party with, say, Shire or whoever, is because you want her to keep on using skill number 3. And the reason for that is this. So, what was that? This one, the Princess Charm. So the Princess Charm ability, it says whenever she does an attack, she would give an attack boost to the AoE to the party, medium effect. She would give a defense boost to the party, small effect, and also BP reduction by 1 for 1 turn. And so whenever she does an attack, it's always 2 times. 1 the skill command and 2 the bloom rain follow up. So it's always 2. So whenever she does a skill number 3, it would add more princess charm to her. She would buff herself first with princess charm and then do her attack. So now when I do princess charm, she would do a total of 4 times of that, the attack boost, defense boost, and the BP cost reduction. So basically you would have her do whatchamacallit. I'm so sorry, I lost my trail of thought because of the sound on the stream. She would buff herself with Princess Charm before doing the attack, and so she would be able to give everyone 4 times of attack boost, defense boost, and BP cost reduction. Whenever the more you use skill number 3, the more you stack the Princess Charm, and the more attack boost, defense boost, and BP cost reduction would happen. So that's basically how you want to use her. And then on a pinch, if you don't have enough BP for skill number 3, you can always resort to skill number 2 and then be able to help out with the BP cost for the party, which is this one right here. In global, I think that got a buff where she has a 50% chance to recover 1 usage of that, and that's pretty strong, I would say. Okay, so Mama would be doing this. Gerard would be doing the flying light blade or whatever, I forgot the name. And then I would have Tatiana just do triple stamp. Again, remember for this battle you can't be doing any debuff. So when you do a debuff, then it would trigger a sequence where you would be cleansed of all of your buff, and then there would be like a super strong attack, which basically means it's the kill for everybody. This was the party I used to clear Spiral 240, but if you have other, so if you pull for the Romancing Saga 3 banner, the ideal party here would be Katarina, Monica, Khalid, and also Anya and Mama, I think, from what I remember. But I'll try to find Kind Sun's auto battle for this. That's how I learned the how to deal with this battle. So I'll try to find that auto party and then send it out to Cher's channel. Okay, so I'll do skill number 1, and then she would just be able to continue with skill number 3 moving forward. And same goes for this song, this triple stamp. But yeah, if you combine Monica with Fake Robin, who also gives BP attack boost and defense boost, your party would be really strong. That's how I dealt with Spiral 260. Yeah, Spiral 260 was Blackworm. Is it correct? 260 is Blackworm, 270 is the Magician Knights, 280 was Vampire Lady, 290 was the Turtle Dragon, yeah, and then 300 is the robot. Tatiana is dead. She got focus fire. I would say for a bit longer, yeah, Kurt. And outside of hard content, I would say she would be viable as well in Remembrance, totally. Monica, you gotta dodge. Okay. So let's do this, this, this. Yeah. Because we haven't built the attack boost and defense boost just yet, so that's why Monica is just getting that damage really hard. I don't think there's gonna be a new book. I mean, even if we try to follow the pages from JP, they could always switch out the event pages, you know. So I would feel it would be in the current book rather than having that Halloween page. We would have the Romancing Saga 3 page. But again, it's a guess. Nobody knows really unless somebody confirms, right? And we would know by tomorrow. Okay, turn 3. I think this is the turn. I forgot. No, not yet, I don't think. Turn 4 is it? It's turn 4 is the one. If I'm wrong, I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I did this battle. Ah, not Tatiana. No. Ah, focus fire again. I'll try one more time. If we fail, we fail. It's fine. Ah. No, not Tatiana, please. 3,000 damage with Monica. Ah. Okay, keep singing, keep using that and that. But yeah, I would be very conservative with the pulling right now because you know the Romancing Saga 3 banner is good. But if you want to be super conservative with that, just get Monica. That's it. If you have other counter tank or other tank at all, they would work well and you don't need to have Julian. Thomas, like I mentioned before, would have very limited application for 260 because it's Blackworm, so that's gonna be Thomas's turf with the blunt element. And then who else? So Katarina is kind of long term up until a little before the finale boss for Shire arc. That Katarina would be useful. So kind of like Anya in a way. Who else? So I did Julian. So Ellen would be a debuffer, but with the change that she had from global, um, I would say she would be a candidate for DPS, but very RNG based. If you're lucky, I think that she would become really, really strong. But if you're unlucky, then it might mess up a run. So it depends. But I would say if you're willing to roll for RNG, Ellen is gonna be really strong. Okay, who else? Um, Katarina, Monica. Sarah is bow remembrance. You won't be using her for hard content. Uh, what else? So I did the 4 girls, right? Katarina, Monica, Ellen, and Sarah. So the guys, I don't know Mikhail and Khalid enough. I only know Julian, which has the same role, and then Thomas being the niche character for Spiral 260. I think Mikhail would be a good farmer. So if he is, then it's gonna be pretty low value with, farming isn't really existing right now in the game because of auto retry and the hardy event stage. Okay, turn 4. I think this is the one where I use the defense boost. So I'll do that. Heaven's Heal, All Potion, and then Triple Stamp. So the reason why I went for defense boost is because I don't have Thunder Element characters. I mean, I could have changed this and I brought in Madeline, but this is the party I use. And so by turn 4, there's gonna be a strong attack from what I remember. If not turn 4, turn 5. So that's why I went defense boost route. The reason why I said defense boost is because Leon would allow the party for whoever does a healing type of action that they would buff the party with defense boost. Yeah, this one. And then they would also buff the party with all attributes, small effect. And so I utilized that with Mama's Heaven's Heal, which is considered a healing, and also Gerard's All Potion, which is basically AoE potion to everyone. That's why I love this potion Gerard. So this turn, on turn 4, you saw the Overbolt, right? So that Overbolt means that this is the turn where you do the Thunder Element attack. And the more you do it, the more you reduce the damage from the robot. And unfortunately, it's only for this turn. Turn 5, it's kind of like a free turn. One party member would be buff cleanse, and then everybody else would be debuff. And then turn 6 would be the really strong, whatchamacallit, really strong burst, AoE burst to everyone. It depends, Hokuto Master. I would think that Global would have it, mainly because it's a worldwide release for the game. So I would think that they would be willing to release those characters in Global early. And like what I shared in my opinion, I don't see any reason why they would hold back in releasing them. I would say Ameya might be too overpowering, but they are incomplete characters. Like I said, Formina is more DPS. Bonnie is martial arts counter. Shugnas is single target DPS. Who else? Tsunanori is healing and BP +1, which we have already. Diva has the songs that Mama has, so not really that useful, but kind of useful because of the debuff cleansing from the party. Who else? Who else? Who else? Like I said, Ameya might be the one that's too powerful because there's a lot of magic attack up that she can give to the party and a single target party member. So other than that, there's really no reason to hold back on releasing them early. Okay, this is turn 6. I've got to do the healing again for more defense boost. And then just keep on DPS with Tatiana. I mean, I could have used Valentine Tatiana on this, but just keeping it real with the party I used to clear it. We may have the news closer to the release, Hokuto Master. Right now in JP, we have the 14-day until the release 13-day and so on. So we might get it maybe a week before. I'm just guessing. Because really, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't do the same thing. Because it's a worldwide release. Almost done with the robot. Perfect. Thank you. No, I wouldn't say that, Octomaster. I mean, we can only speculate so much, right? So it's gonna be fine. I mean, it's not really a big loss, but it's just something that would have been fun to have in global early. No, Tatiana, why you die? Ah, okay, let's try to recover. I know, right, Kurt? Ah. Oh, this is the caution turn. I forgot. So we'll see if I survive. I know Tatiana might die again, but we'll see. Okay, so I have 3 turns to finish the battle. After that, we just might die. Okay, so let's do this. Let's keep on doing. Should be finished by turn 10, I think. Yeah, I can use the overdrive and then be done with it. Okay, this should be done. So yeah, the important note for this is don't bring any debuffer, and also bring a lot of defenses with you, defense boost. That's why you saw 3,000 damage for Monica. That's a Spiral 250. And yeah, unfortunately, this is where I end my stream for now. I thought I would be able to do like a 3-hour stream, but I apologize. I'll just make it up with more stream over the weekend. But I'll try to do more streams afterwards. I wanted to play some of the Mario games. I don't want to do Emerald Beyond just yet, because even myself, I tried to stop playing even after the first battle, just so I wanted to still be in awe and be like immersed into the new system and story. So I'm waiting for the release of that. But there's a big but to that. Because I really love my game to be on physical release, and so um as what's already shared on Twitter by Neil-san, Neil Broadley. So there is no. It seems like there is no physical for the U.S. release. The pre-orders are mainly on digital, and so for me, I went the route of going to get my physical copy in Japan, and so I'm getting the Japanese version. Now I'm praying that my theory is correct, that I might have English language with it. But there is no guarantee, and based on the demo, there is no English language, and so it's kind of scary. But I would be able to manage the game, kind of like, oh, this is what that does kind of thing, rather than understanding it immediately. But the story, definitely I would struggle if it's in pure Japanese. So I would play it in a way how I played Romancing Saga 3, where I barely knew any Japanese, and I just played the game and I just researched the story after the fact. But yeah, again, I'm not paid by Square Enix to mention this, but I would like to encourage everyone to check out the demo for Saga Emerald Beyond. For those who are new to the Saga game, it's always an amazing experience for the music. The Saga experience is pretty new, I would say, for every series that they release. You don't have to play the previous game to enjoy Emerald Beyond. And Emerald Beyond, from a Saga fan, that it brings a lot of new stuff, and bringing back some of the old stuff that weren't included in the recent Saga games. So it's pretty much a lot of stuff that's gonna be happening in that. So when you have the chance, please check out the preview video on YouTube and on Twitter, under the Square Enix channel or username, and then try out the demo. For PlayStation, you get to play Tsunonori Scenario. In Nintendo Switch, you get to play Ameya Scenario, and on Steam, you get to play Diva Number 5 Scenario. So there are two more that weren't available as demo. That's Bonnie and Formina. That's one scenario, and then the other one is Shugna's. So yeah, more to come, and it's gonna be 13 more days until the release. So hopefully by then you would know whether you wanted to get the game or not. Right now, like I think from all the information I have, it's gonna be digital only for the most part. unless you get the Japanese version, in which you gotta get to somewhere to get it in Japanese, which is there are a lot of online stores for that. But I chose to get mine through Amazon Japan. All right, and with that, this is Arado signing off. Again, thank you so much, everyone. I know I have been slacking with the streams, but I have been busy really with the new stuff that got added to my plate for work. But you know, it's sad because I have less time for for stuff excuse me, for stuff I wanted to do. But also it's a good one because it's a step for me for work promotion. So just a little bit of sacrifice to get to that next step. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, and see you in the next video or stream. Right, peace, love, and aloha. Kurt, Solid Snake, VM, thank you. Hokuto Master, Kurt, sorry, Kurt twice as I mentioned already. Thank you. Dozy earlier, and Rydia, thank you so much. And I know you are lurking, Angelo, or you might watch this later, Silsi or Hal. Yeah, thank you so much as well for checking it out. Alright, see you in the next video or stream, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Alright, aloha.